Hey guys, welcome back to FurnaceClans. After some incredibly meticulous digging down here to try and get the next layer for Obsidian, but we're finally ready to open up the lever, start flooding the next level down. And if I'm right, I believe Spire is here. So I'm pretty sure that this layer and this layer don't have Spire entries in them. So I think I'll be able to carve them out. We'll find out soon enough. But first we have to obsidianize the next layer down. So that's going to happen next. And if we come up here, what lever I need to pull? I believe it's this one. Okay. And via the magic of editing, should be able to see this shortly. So our lever puller just got to the lever, but I want to show you something. Up here in Cavern 3, what I did was I tapped the lake, and this floodgate will now open up. As long as I've done this right. Or not. What the heck happened here? Hang on. Oh, I closed the bridge. Whoops. Need to pull both levers. Never mind, my bad. Try that again in a second. Hey, look, we have water. And once that bridge opens up, we'll have more water. Either way, it comes down this stairway, floods out this little pathing that will go down to where we need to create obsidian. So our water has started to show up. And we're not creating obsidian down where I expected to. Now, in theory, the water's coming down here. Now, remember, this is floor. It's an obsidian wall. And it's flowing here. And down here, it should be able to hang off this wall. And it's not. I don't know why. How frustrating. How absolutely frustrating. Alright, well, we're going to let the water spread and see what happens. Well, this simply isn't working as planned. I can't get the water to travel over this way far enough. And I can get once out of 7 water here, but I'm not getting any water over there. So I'm not getting enough spread of the water to do what I needed to do. So, I'm going to shut off the floodgate. Once the water stops trying to flow, what we'll do, or what I'll do, I'll dig out a path from here over, right over to here, so hopefully we can hook onto the walls that already exist on that level, and we can create some obsidian. Because it's certainly doing something to the magma flow. It's eating it, turning it to mist. Just don't know why we're not getting obsidian. Find out. So while we've been screwing around downstairs waiting for things to happen, we have an Undead Siege arrive. Also, we had a couple of goblin ambushers show up, but I usually just ignore them. So, for those of you who haven't seen it, the OMG will be in action shortly. As you can see, what happens is the goblins come in, and they get whacked by the minecart. If their dead bodies are still on the tracks, what'll happen is when they res back up, they'll get hit by the minecart coming through again. That's always a beautiful thing to watch. Thunk. So up here on the surface, as you can see, I've got a whole lot of undead milling around. They'll be wandering through the system here eventually. And my combat reports tell me when they get stuck in the magma. So for, like, example, this guy's, well, I don't know if he's still there. Nah, he died. So we'll just speed this along a bit because, well, they take forever. But meanwhile, I also want to close up the airlock because right now, if traders come in, they're not going to get to the trade depot anyway. But in the meanwhile, I just had somebody become a peasant. Who is he? 060? So he needs to go get some work, and actually he's going to go become a lumberjack. go to laborers. Sort by name. Let's see, what else does he need to do? Let's turn on. What is he? Yeah, you can woodcraft. What do I need somebody to do? And we'll make you a thresher. Spinner. Sure, you can do some pressing too. Not that I have bees. Sure, you can help at the milling. Wood burning, and let's see. Soap and dye. That should keep you busy. So for anybody not familiar with Dwarf Fortress, one of the things that it does is it lets you know exactly what got hurt and where. Dwarf Fortress is not based on hit points. It's based on body parts. There's a blood content. Usually your characters die due to bleed outs or their skulls getting caved in. So for example, the goblin corpse got hit by the minecart. It skidded along the ground. Well, when he got hit, it hit him in the left ankle and shattered the left ankle bone. While he was skidding along the ground, he bruised the muscle in his liver, tore his nose off, jammed the false ribs through the right lung, bruised his left lung, lost some teeth, the left elbow muscle, and shattered the left elbow bone. So he basically got a compound fracture there. His right lower leg skidded along the ground. And his right upper arm, which got beaten up a little bit earlier, I think, jammed the bone through the right shoulder muscle and shattered the right shoulder bone. So it's pretty graphic in exactly what happened to a critter when they get hit. And different critters are built different ways, such as some critters, like insectoids, have 6 legs and no arms. Some have chitin, which acts like armor and things like that, which slows down impact and makes it very hard to penetrate them with sharp objects. There's critters such as like the bronze colossi, which you can't cut. You actually have to beat on them with hammers to break it. And eventually you just beat them down. So there's a lot of intricacy in the item interaction in here. And the game's still in alpha. They're still working out all of the interactions and things like that, and clean up. And just for those who aren't aware, yes, Dwarf Fortress is buggy. It's in alpha. But it's still worth playing. Alright, so we're going to let this go for a little bit. Let's see, how are we doing down here? Looks like we got all our rocks out. So let's go open the floodgate again. And see if we can't get some obsidian going. Alright, so with water flowing down both pipes, let's see if we can't get this working properly here. That didn't create a wall either. What is going on? Well, I'm hoping we can splash some water onto this. There we go. And then if this fills up with water and splashes somewhere... That didn't work either. Why am I not able to create obsidian on this layer? What is the problem? Well, I've certainly got walls for it to hook off of. On that layer. Huh. I have no idea why this isn't working. Oh, wait. We are getting some walls. It is building slowly. Okay. So the 2-level drop of water into the magma won't produce me obsidian. But as it flows off this, it seems to be able to do it eventually. Kinda. Well, we're just going to have to let this go for a bit and see what it can manage to build up. So we were able to create some obsidian, but not as much as I want. Apparently I'm going to have to splash it into the obsidian, into the magma where I want to hit it. So what we've done is once again, we've adjusted our spout system. We're going to cap these two runs off with walls. And as you can tell, I've already built another outlet. That'll pour down onto here. Should pour onto this area and then drain across everywhere I need it. Let's see if this works better, shall we? So our third tap into our water supply system is now flowing. It's dumping down onto this layer. And the key item to watch is to see if we get obsidian in this square. So we were having all the trouble before. Negative. We did not get obsidian. How strange. We are filling in the other gaps. We are able to create obsidian in other points. However, that particular square just refuses to become obsidianized. Which obviously creates all sorts of havoc when I come down here. But maybe I can work around it. I don't think so, but maybe. We're not flowing water here. I doubt it's flowing diagonally. I think it's definitely flowing right off the edge here. This particular square refuses to be obsidianized. Well, we're going to let the rest of this fill in, and then come back at it and try and figure out what's going on. Alright, so it appears my problem is the layer underneath it is semi-molten rock. I come down here. That square, which I keep causing steam but no removal on, it's got semi-molten rock over the top, just underneath it. Hey, I'm going to have this problem in other places, such as here, and around this corner here as well. They're not going to fill in for me, is my guess. I'm going to have to do some research. And sometimes it helps to read the wiki when you haven't done something in a year or two. Alright, so, here's the scoop, folks. The top of the semi-molten rock, or its floor, is considered a magma flow. Here, let me show you what I'm talking about. If you look up here in the upper right, it says magma flow. If I come over here, open space magma. But if you come down here, the floor of semi-molten rock is a magma flow. So all of this stuff over here, where it's not open space, I can't obsidianize because that's a flow. So this is expected. Wonderful. Now, there is a trick to being able to clear SMR. It's not easy. And it's generally very, very dangerous for your dwarves because you've got water continuously flowing into the magma point. So the question is, how do I want to try and do this? Part of the problem here is I've exposed too much area. I'm going to have a real hard time emptying out any single magma square to 0 magma. However, according to the wiki, if it ever gets to 0.7, I can designate a construction on top of the magma flow when it's momentarily free of magma, shut off the water, and then it can be built unhindered. So, we're going to see if I can't pull that off. This may be interesting. Okay, we're going to have to go through with dot pause. Okay, it looks like it's blank for a second, so let's build construction. Rats. Okay, so I'm going to have to... Alright, looks like I'm going to have to build down stairways across all of these. Water can go through down stairways, and then I'll have to work from there. Alright, so first step is to shut off our water supply. And, let's see, how do I want to do this? I may cork this back up and have the water flow from over here again. That would probably make the most sense. So, our work downstairs on staring up everything was going along swimmingly, right up until some magma crabs decided to come by and start playing artillery. In the meanwhile, We had a forgotten beast. Come on in. Six-legged bull with temple scales. Deadly spit. Which means I really don't want to engage this at range if I can help it, but it looks like we're going to have to. He got all the way through the OMG. He died a couple of times over here, but the minecart was never able to actually knock him off into the magma to kill him. So this pain in the butt is standing here. Now, what's weird is my hatch isn't functioning. I have the necessary mechanisms there. The hatch is controlled by a mechanism. Starting to wonder if the pressure plate's built wrong. So after we deal with this, we're going to have to go take that apart again. However, in the meanwhile, what we're going to do is we're going to drop a pillar on him. For those of you who remember, we have a cave-in pillar already built out just for these circumstances. Ain't I smarts? Now, if I can remember the right patch, there we go. South Corridor Cave-In. Right, we're going to pull that lever. We're also going to close up the OMG. Should be that one. Just to make sure that while I have the maintenance hatchways open, I don't end up with a problem. See, now what should happen is he should break this hatch. But Forgotten Beasts need to be 2 away from their target to actually be able to do damage. So right now, he's just going to sit here and do nothing forever. At least until another invasion came in to annoy him or something of that nature. So we'll close up the OMG so we don't get any other friends and neighbors in. And in the meanwhile, we're going to get our squads out. We're going to get the iron arrows and the copper arrows. We're going to deploy them locally. And I get the Jedi up here too, I think. Grab one of the units of Jedi. Now, there's also some inaccessible item I can't quite find. Alright, so our cave-in has occurred. Where's the corpse? There it is. Okay. I need to dump this as quickly as possible. Alright, we're going to release the squads. GJ. Cancel orders. Oh boy, he's up and running. I just lost. No, Ristian, you just got killed. Let's see what happened here. He got bitten in the upper right back teeth. Really odd place to get bit. And then he got kicked in the head. Right through a whole lot of steel. Alright, so we need to get our squads up. Now, E, G, H, J, kill. Sorry, Aristian. Get your third one here. Everybody, kill this thing. Hopefully before it takes my entire fort out. Alright, they got a massive pylon going on. Oh, one of my lashers latched on firmly to the throat. Good, they got it. One death occurred. Okay, let's dump that. Again. So we've lost one dwarf so far trying to get rid of this guy. Oh, we gotta dump Christian's body. Gotta go. Okay, looks like they're dragging the body already. Yeah, good. Well, one of them anyway. The dwarf body I'm nowhere near as worried about. Looks like somehow or another he took apart a bridge. Alright, so we need to go build him a slab, because we're not going to bury the corpse. People are standing up 3, 4, 5 times. Come on, get that corpse out of here. It needs to go. 2 more steps. Come on, come on. Get him out of here. Throw him overboard. See ya. Alright, that's got him out. Let's open up the OMG for business again. So, with that excitement, that'll end this episode of FurnaceClans, guys. Hopefully in the next one, we'll be able to clean up our adamantine dig. As always, thanks for watching. See you next time.